John tries to fix shit. COVID cough. Hi, welcome back to John's Random Review. Another eBay buy. This is the Makita. Well, it's obvious what it is. It's a Makita SDS drill. It's really heavy, these things. I mean, they're really heavy. I don't like these ones really particularly because if you well, first of all, you probably could use it one-handed if you were really strong, but they're really long. They've got a lot of weight on the front end, so if you're drilling little red plugs, you could hold it with one hand maybe. So anyway, let's get through the details. Makita BHR241. Now it says Makita Corporation, Japan. Could this be a Japanese made tool? I don't know. Anyway, doing a little bit more investigation, you can hardly see it, but I think this is a 2012 model. So I bought this off eBay. Hang on. Cheers. I bought this on eBay for too much money. Right. What did I spend on it? Oh, well, I spent £32. Doesn't work. Get a battery on it. Fully charged. Let's see. That's fully charged. Nothing. Dead as a dodo. It could be the brushes. What I bought it for, thinking I've taken a bit of a punt, and I'm hoping it's just the brushes so I can clean it up and put the brushes in, and then it will get it working and sell it on. But if it's a switch, we're going to be into a whole fucking world of mess. Well, more expense. Look at this though. The switch has got like a rubber not over molding. It's got a rubber cover to stop crap and dust getting into it. But it doesn't normally. I've had one of these drills. It doesn't normally look like that. So it's come loose, and I need to sort that out. And also, there's a screw missing there. But I don't think it's been apart. So we can. Yeah, of course we're going to take it apart. Of course we're going to take it apart. And then see what's wrong with it, see if we can get it working. And let's see, to be honest, between you and me, let's hope we have a better fucking luck with this than the reciprocating saw. And if this doesn't work, I think I'm gonna fucking give up. Anyway, okay, let's get it apart. Okay, we're in. Actually, to be honest with you, it looks in pretty good nick. The actual the brush holder is in good nick, and I was a little bit. They are worn. I'm not going to lie to you. Look at them. They are a little bit worn, the brushes. I'm going to get some new ones. But if I had to make a guess, I'd say that wasn't the problem. I said it was close to maybe getting worn down enough to cause it problems, but not yet. So put them to one side. Like I said, the actual brush holders sometimes get a bit hot there, and they start to melt this. It must be like a glass fibre plastic there, and it starts to melt if it gets too hot, but that seems okay. One thing of interesting in a sort of Anaraki sort of way, I am glad I've taken this apart because it does give me a little bit of I do enjoy doing it, is at the back of the where it goes onto the hang on right where the motor goes through on it, and the brushes go onto there. The bearing, it normally it's got to be really held really tight so there's no vibration, and it does. Don't get me wrong. You can see here, it sits in these little rings there. Can you see that? But the back of that, it's got like a washer with little dimples in it. I think this is a washer that's sort of like a spring washer. I think it's called a spring washer. So that sits in a little groove, and that must mean, I guess, the bearing sits against it and it just takes up a little bit of vibration maybe. Very clever. Not seen that before. Anyway, back to the business of why it's not working. Hey up, lads. I think I might have lucked out here because look at this. I'll flip this over. Look at this. The main cable, live cable from the battery attachment bit, as you can see, can you see that? It's burnt off. Now, I don't know if there's going to be another problem further into the machine. But what that could have done with a vibration, it could have just gone like that, backwards and forwards. And then it's got to a point where it started like arcing out a little bit, and then it's just snapped off and completely packed in. So first job is to get that reattached onto that and then go from there. Hey up, if that's the fix, we're on a winner. Christ, am I regretting taking this apart. Look at this. It's like the bloody inside of the space shuttle. Well, it isn't, let's be fair. It's got lots of cogs and springs and cogs and all sorts to make it work. It's a marvel. It's an engineering marvel. But if I start taking this apart, it's going to be a fucking disaster. I can tell you that. The grease doesn't look that good. Look at the end of here. Hang on, let me just see if I can get to show you in there. Christ. Oh, God. Oh, it's a black hole of Calcutta. Can you say that? Is that racist? I don't know. Anyway, so I kind of got my head around how it all works, but only a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more grease in it and get the fucker back together quickly before I fucking lose any bits. Jesus Christ. Okay, we've got this bit fixed. We've got this little bit. I found a bit off an old drill. Where remember this was the bit that burnt off here. It snapped off there. So I've got a new spade connector and connected that bit back up. So this bit's done, and I've also got that rubber boot to stop the dust getting into the machine. I ordered one. I think it was only about £3. So that looks a lot better. That is the good news. Now then, people look on YouTube generally to watch silly videos or whatever, or maybe they might look at videos about new tools coming out or people in the trade, and other people might look on these YouTube and say, oh, I want to be able to fix things. So if they watch my videos, right, I try and fix things. And what I mean is, you might say to me, well, I don't want to watch some idiot trying to fix tools. I want to know how to fix them in a quick fashion, and so I can do it, not watch some guy attempting to fix something. Anyway, that's what we're doing. But there's a process there. What it is, I'm really stubborn. So I had a problem putting these two bits together. So that's all the motor and all the gubbins that makes it go from normal drilling to drill hammer onto just hammer. And then this goes into this housing. And then this bit here is the selector switch. As you can see, it's got normal drilling, hammer drill, and just hammer. So this is where it all started to go wrong. Because when I pulled it apart, this bit from here, I couldn't get it back together. Sorry about the camera going in and out of focus. And what I did, I hold my hand up, I didn't take it apart properly. And what happened was that this bit got damaged. Now what happened was, this, on the back of here, it's got two pins. It's got one here and it's got another one I'll show you in a minute. And this pin, I damaged it taking it out of the tool. It got bent. So what I've had to do is get that 2-pack sort of compound and compound it back in. Is it going to work? I don't know. And I feel really, really bad. And also I've snapped some of the lugs off here. So yes, I don't really know what I'm doing. There's a technique for putting this bit and that bit all back together, but I don't know what it is. Now, I could have looked on YouTube maybe and looked at seen a professional how to do it. I bet there's a video how to do this. But I don't know, I'm curious and I'm also stubborn. So I want to figure things out by myself. So I'm going to try and figure out how to get this back together. Because this has got to go back in a certain way so it makes everything work. And that's what we're going to try and do. Okay, we've got it all back together. Obviously, apart from this bit, which I've fucked up. I've got the other pin in it, and that's all solid. But I've got to figure out how to get that bit back in. Now then, so my advice right now is if you got one of these drills, don't take the fucking front end to bits, because I didn't need to. I only took it apart just to see how it all worked, because I was curious and I was a fucking idiot. Anyway, maybe I'll get to the bottom of it, but don't take that bit apart. The bits at the back here, it's quite, well, relatively simple. Obviously, it was a cable broken off on here, but if it was the switch or the brushes, quite simple. This end, bloody hell, out of my sort of skill range, if you like. But I'm going to try and fix it, but I've got it working. No worries. It's, you know, that pitch in the different pitch in the sound. It still needs some new brushes, but it's absolutely fine. It's a good drill. It's fixed, but you can't at the moment. I think it's just stuck on hammer. You can't adjust it to go onto just normal drilling if you want to use a normal like a drilling steel, or in hammer action. So we're going to try and figure out, at the moment, I cannot figure out how to do it. So, oh my God, I might have to look on someone else's YouTube video, to see if I can figure out how to put that in. But if I can't figure it out, I think I've got a sneaky way to do it. Okay. I've watched someone else's video, how to do it, on YouTube. So then you ask the question, well, why should I watch you try and do this when I could watch the other guy doing it properly? So what happens is when I watch these other videos of people doing the same thing as me, I get, my insecurity comes in and I think, what the fuck am I doing? And there's other people doing exactly this on YouTube and doing it a lot better, and I'm fucking doing it. Why am I doing it? I don't know, but sometimes to be honest with you, the guys are doing, the other guys, they're a bit like, I'm not saying I'm fucking got the biggest personality, but they're so boring when you listen to them. So I'm the English version of Avi. Well, no, not really, but anyway, it ended up being dead simple. As we know, I knackered it, taking it apart wrong, and I bent one of these pins, so I've had to cobble it back together. So what the important thing is, if you do take this apart, is you can see that lug there. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Focus. Not going to do it. I might do. Hang on, I'll get my hand out of the way. Hang on. Oh, see that lug there? That's the biggest lug there's 4 lugs on this little plastic bit. Now I've snapped 2 off, being a fucking idiot, but I've got 2 left. The biggest one lines up with the biggest one there. But as you can, if you look inside there, you can see that little bar there where on the end of my knackered thumbnail. Both of these pins have got to be on this side of that. So if you try and just place it in like that, let's say I will place it in like that, it all gets mangled up and the pins get crossed in there. So here's what you want to do. Let's hope I can do it. So there's a little technique. You push it in just ever so slightly, not all the way. Hang on. You push it in like that. I bet I'm not going to be able to bloody do it. There, you can feel when it locates, and once it's in, it's in. It is very, very, very fiddly to get that in. So, like I said, if you can get away with it, don't take this front end apart, because as you can see, I made a right mess of it. Once it's located, you can see it actually works absolutely fine. So, it moves well, and we're going to go and give it a test. So there we go. This thing is a beast. It drills really, really well. I know it's not bloody really hard concrete, but honestly, it works like an absolute charm. Let's get the chisel bit going. On chisel action, it's apart from the dodgy bloody camera work, it's pretty good. It's pretty good at chiselling and drilling concrete or masonry. Look at that, no problem at all. So it's fixed, and I fixed it, well, after a lot of fucking about, and it's ready to go on to eBay. I'm not going to make a lot of money out of it, but nevertheless, it'll be someone's new tool, and hopefully it'll have a new life. Okay, thanks for watching. Random is rad. Rock on. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, unsubscribe, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, tell me you love me, tell me you hate me, tell your friends and neighbours, tell that weird guy from across the street with the one-eyed dog, tell me anything, but most importantly, let's